Hello guys, good day wherever you are. It's a Sunday and as usual, it's the eBitcoinicsTV bringing to you our 3 minutes daily or let me say the weekly overview. As we indicated earlier, we're not doing the 3 minutes every day in this busy month, and we try as much as possible to prevent you from being left out and bring you the updates in a box, over the week. And then we talk about some of the things that happened, some of the things that we should have discussed every day, but we just ignore it all, and then we do it on a Saturday or Sunday, and then we just release this to you. Today is actually the 3rd of June, which is basically a Sunday. And over the week, I think a lot of interesting things happened with Bitcoin. And it's just so interesting to the fact that somebody's doing this, somebody's doing that. The visa payment system is failing, especially in the UK. People are complaining about EOS, also EOS. They are releasing their whatever that was had to do with the registering of the tokens. The last day was supposed to be Tuesday, yesterday, which was the 2nd. And quickly, let me just go share my screen so that we do this together. And of course, I have to also remind you that we ain't gonna have 3 minutes, because the weekly overview, we try as much as possible to do more together with you. And those of you that would want to learn more about Bitcoin, especially in Ghana, we have weekly trainings of our training centers in Kumasi and Accra. You guys can go over there and then read with us. So let me just go to the news page and let's talk about some of the things. And then I think some among the interesting overview, I will still have to talk about the price of Bitcoin, what Bitcoin has been doing over the week. And then we realized that it tried to get a new Fibonacci, like a new level down, and then I think it didn't go below and below. We were suspecting Bitcoin to touch maybe the 6,000 level, and then it's just being stubborn. And now, as we speak, Bitcoin is around 7,700, which means it's trying to do good and trying to correct itself and all that. We were expecting it to go further down, and it's not happening like that. So basically, we just have to allow it like that. And then over the week, we also had a news from Tencent and Alibaba's insurance giants using the blockchain with 100 hospitals. Why do you think they will subscribe to blockchain technology to a hospital? A hospital is a very important place that data should be protected. Data is of much significance when it comes to patients and all that, privacy and all. And blockchain is one of the most important ledgers that could be applied in such sectors. And over here, you realize they said a Chinese insurance giant that provides infrastructure to 10 local insurers said that it has recently partnered with more than 100 hospitals to utilize the blockchain technology and securely processing patient data and financial information. This is a very important thing. And then also, I would want to consider talking about the IMF. The IMF also released an official call for regulation, which has to do with tech adoption by banks to fight crypto competition. And over here, he said the deputy director then argued that it is necessary to regulate the use of crypto assets to hold up regulatory arbitrage and any unfair competitive advantage crypto assets can get from lighter regulation. He also explained that means rigorously applying measures to prevent money laundering and the financing of terrorism, strengthening consumer protection, and effectively taxing crypto transactions. Now, the IMF is busy trying to make use of this technology, and it is something you and I cannot ignore. If the IMF is busy talking about this, then it means that we would be seeing interesting times ahead in this industry. And also, we heard something from Coinbase, which is Coinbase board member indicating or stating that crypto ecosystem will not see regulation for years. Why? This is a decentralized practice, a decentralized platform that needs everyone else to come together. And Andreas actually made a statement saying that if you can choose to take your country out of Bitcoin, but you can't take Bitcoin out of your country. That is one thing about decentralization. And over here, he says, Han, who is also a professor at Stanford Graduate Business of Schools, argued that there cannot be any regulation in the crypto field until regulators gain a solid understanding of how it works. He also stressed the need to wait and see how the technology develops, adding that regulation should not outspace understanding. So quickly, let me just go, and then also we talk about visa issues. Before the visa issue, you realize you see something over here which has to do with MasterCard and patent. So they won a patent for blockchain-based coupon authentication system. Imagine MasterCard now trying to eventually they are gradually, stuff like getting into blockchain full time. And we all know that blockchain is what is going to help them in every activity that they are doing and all that. And then also there was a court ruling in Korea, which happens to be the top court in Korea, and then a case which won in favor of cryptocurrencies, and they call them economic assets. It says, explaining further, the court said that the ruling will be a precedent justifying the confiscation of cyber assets earned from banned activity like pornography, gambling, drug deals, and prostitution. And then it says a recent ruling by the South Korean Supreme Court in a case regarding cryptocurrencies may be the answer long sought after by numerous judicial systems in countries all over the world. The case starts from cryptocurrencies from a pornographer arrested in May 2017 and accused of breaking the protection of children and juveniles from sexual abuse law. Now, this court gave this case in favor of how do you call it? Cryptocurrency, and it means that lawyers have a lot to do getting to understanding and everything. And also, let's go quickly and talk about iOS. EOS, and they are releasing the 1.0 got released, and those of you that have not registered your token, I think in the future they would be able to release some things that would make it much more easier for you to request your tokens back. Don't worry, nothing is being lost over here. I think they would be very considerate in their decisions into avoiding people from losing their coins and their tokens and stuff like that. And then let's see what happens with the EOS market. And I think now that they are independently running their own blockchain, their own new token, and their new ecosystem and everything so new, we hope to reach them so well and see how good they're going to go. And okay, so I will have to talk about the Visa card issue as well. It went down, it crashed, and it's still down. I'm very positive, and this is something Bitcoin is solving. The Bitcoin ecosystem, the Bitcoin network would never shut down. It can never go down. It can never delay. It can never do anything. And this is what we'll be praising. And then he says Visa card payment failing in UK, Europe, Ireland for decentralized options. Now people are trying, why? We talk about Bitcoin. It's a 24/700 running ecosystem, and blah, they're just saying this and that, and you are realizing eventually people are going to go 99% and into cryptocurrencies, because in comparison, the Bitcoin decentralized network has been functional 99% of the time since inception on January 3rd, 2009, and we've seen Visa having issues almost every now and then, and this is something that we need to pay attention to, and it is very, 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 very important. So guys, I think this among the few details over here is what we would want to use as for our weekly review. And thank you so much for your time. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, tv.eBitcoinics.com, and visit our website. You click on eBitcoinicsTV. You can be watching our series, our videos, our trainings, and we all learn together. Follow us on Facebook at eBitcoinics, on Twitter at eBitcoinics. Until then, I will see you next week, God willing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.